What if I told you there's a way you could potentially change your income for just $1 at about 30 minutes of your time? Sound too good to be true?
Well, it might sound that way, but
Stick with us. This deep dive is for anyone who's been dreaming about making money online, but
they don't know where to even begin. It can be overwhelming, right?
absolutely. And that's exactly what we're tackling today.
A real down-to-earth way to get started. No huge investments, no needing to be some kind of tech genius.
We're going to break down step by step how to build a dropshipping business.
From scratch.
Exactly. A simple, beginner-friendly way to jump into the world of online selling.
And the best part, all you really need is Shopify and AutoDS.
Plus, like your phone or laptop. I mean, you're probably listening to this on one right now.
Yeah, chances are.
All right, so before we dive in, let's make sure everyone's on the same page.
Sure.
What exactly is dropshipping? Why is everyone talking about it as like the way to make money online these days?
Okay, so imagine this. You're selling stuff online, but you never actually touch the products.
Okay.
No storing boxes, no trips to the post office, none of that.
So how does it actually work?
Someone buys something from your online store. That order goes straight to your supplier,
Oh, I see.
and then they ship it directly to the customer. You're basically the middleman connecting buyers and supplier.
Gotcha. So
Much-
where does the profit come in?
The difference between what the customer pays you and what you pay the supplier, that's your profit margin.
So it's all about finding products you can sell for more than you buy them for.
Exactly.
And the beauty of it is you don't have to deal with all the logistics of storing and shipping.
Right, which is why it's so great for beginners. It's low risk, low overhead, and you can start small and scale up as you learn.
Okay, so that's dropshipping in a nutshell. And our mission today is to give you the exact steps
The actionable blueprint.
to launch your own dropshipping business with almost zero upfront cost.
Yeah.
And our sources all agree the first crucial step is
Drumroll. Finding a winning product.
obviously right if you're selling something nobody wants.
Yeah, you're not going to get very far.
So how do we find these golden nuggets, these products that are just flying off the virtual shelves?
So one of the best places to start is actually TikTok.
TikTok. Really?
Yeah, seriously. Think about it. TikTok is all about trends, right? What's hot right now?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're looking for.
So we're basically riding the wave of what's already popular.
Exactly. The advice is to search for the hashtag TikTok made me buy it.
Okay.
And then, super important, filter those results to only show you posts from this month. We want the freshest, most current trends.
Got it. So we're seeing what's making people click buy right this second.
Yep. Now, you don't want to just watch one or two videos and call it a day. Aim for 15 to 20 at least.
So we're getting a good sample size.
Exactly. And
Right.
while you're watching, take notes. What products are popping up over and over? What's getting a ton of likes, comments, shares?
Yeah, what's really resonating with people?
Right. And try to figure out why. What is it about these products that's making them so popular?
Okay, so we're watching, we're analyzing. What are some of the specific characteristics we should be looking for in a winning product?
Well, one of the big things is visual appeal, especially on TikTok, where everything is so fast-paced. Does the product look cool? Does it grab your attention?
Got to have that wow factor.
Yeah, like I need that in my life right now.
Definitely.
Another thing to look for is products that solve a problem, preferably a common everyday problem that a lot of people can relate to.
So something practical, something that makes people's lives easier.
Exactly. And ideally, the product should be something you can demonstrate quickly and easily in a short video. Remember, TikTok is all about those snappy, bite-sized clips.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
If you can show how the product works in under 15 seconds, you've got a much better chance of hooking people. All right, so let's say we've done our TikTok research and we've got a few promising product ideas. How do we know if they actually have sales potential? I mean, just because something's trending on TikTok doesn't guarantee it's going to sell, right?
Of course not. That's where we need to do some digging and look at some hard data. AliExpress is a great place for this.
AliExpress, the online marketplace with like everything.
That's the one.
Okay.
Or you can use the product research tools built into AutoDS. Both options will give you insights into a product's sales history.
Okay, so we can actually see how many units have been sold.
Exactly. And a good rule of thumb is to look for products with at least 300 orders. That's a decent indicator that there's some real demand.
300 orders. Got it. Anything else we should be paying attention to?
Definitely look at the customer ratings. You want to see an average rating of at least 4.5 stars.
That means people are generally happy with the product and the supplier.
Exactly. And don't forget about shipping. Faster shipping is always a bonus, especially if you can find suppliers with warehouses in your target market. Like if you're selling to customers in the US, try to find a supplier who ships from within the US.
Oh, that makes sense. It'll be faster and probably cheaper too.
Yep.
Now, our sources also mentioned something about pricing strategy. Even at this early stage, we should be thinking about how we're going to price our products.
Right. Remember that sweet spot we talked about earlier for those impulse buys, products that are kind of irresistible?
Yeah.
Aim to source products that cost you, the seller, around $5 to $10. That way, you can sell them for $25 to $35, which is a great price point for those quick purchases. People don't have to think too hard about it. They just click buy.
Okay, so we've got our winning product. Now we need to create a brand for it. But for beginners, this doesn't have to be some huge, complicated undertaking.
Yeah. No, not at all. We're not trying to build the next Coca-Cola here. At this stage, it's about creating a basic brand identity that looks professional and trustworthy enough to encourage those first few sales.
So where do we start?
There's a great website called namelix.com. It's an AI-powered business name generator.
AI. Fancy.
I know, right?
Hmm.
You just type in a keyword or two that describes your product or niche. Like if you're selling yoga mats, you might type in yoga and fitness.
And the AI spits out a bunch of potential brand names.
Exactly.
Ew.
It's a super easy way to brainstorm and find something catchy and relevant to your product.
Cool. So we've got a name. Now we need a logo.
Another great free tool for that is Zarla.com. You can create a really nice, clean logo in minutes.
No design skills needed.
Nope. They have tons of templates to choose from, and you can customize them with your brand name and maybe a simple icon. It's surprisingly easy to create something that looks really professional.
Okay, so we've got our brand name, our logo, time to build our online store. And the platform everyone seems to recommend is Shopify.
Shopify is awesome, especially for beginners. It's super user-friendly, and they have a really affordable starter plan. In fact, our sources mentioned they've even had promotions where you can get it for just $1 a month for the first 3 months.
$1 a month. That's crazy.
I know. So setting up your Shopify store is pretty straightforward. You sign up, choose your store name, pick a URL, enter some basic information, and then you get to choose a theme for your store.
The theme is like the overall look and feel, right?
Yeah, exactly. For beginners, it's usually best to choose a simple, clean theme that really showcases your products. You don't need anything too fancy or complicated at this stage.
And this is where AutoDS comes back into the picture, right?
Absolutely. AutoDS is going to be your secret weapon for automating a lot of the behind-the-scenes work. You can find the AutoDS app right in the Shopify App Store.
Okay, so we install the app, connect it to our Shopify store. Now, how do we actually get our winning product listed on our store using AutoDS?
This is where things get really cool. In AutoDS, you can usually search for products directly using the AliExpress link. So you find your product, click Import to Store, and AutoDS pulls in all the information, like the images and the description.
So it's like a one-click import.
Pretty much. But you'll definitely want to tweak things a bit before you hit Publish. Make the product title more catchy and appealing to customers. And rewrite the description to really emphasize the benefits of the product, not just the features.
I remember that hula hoop example from our sources.
Yeah. Instead of just saying adjustable plastic hula hoop, you could say something like, burn calories and sculpt your waist in just 10 minutes a day with our innovative smart weighted hoop.
That's so much better. It speaks directly to what the customer wants.
Exactly. It's about painting a picture of how the product will improve their life.
And what about setting the price? Any tips there?
Remember, we sourced the product for $5 to $10. So you could set the price at $29.99 and then add a separate shipping fee, like $6.99.
Why separate the shipping fee?
It gives you the flexibility to offer free shipping promotions later on, which can be a really effective way to boost sales.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
Okay, our store is set up, our product is listed, looking all shiny and professional. Now for the million-dollar question. How do we actually get people to buy it?
This is where content marketing comes in. Specifically, we're going to focus on TikTok. It's a goldmine for free traffic.
Free traffic, meaning we don't have to pay for ads.
Exactly. The first step is to create a brand account on TikTok.
Simple enough.
Use your logo as your profile picture and try to make your username match your store name as closely as possible.
So people can easily find us.
Yep. And then it's all about consistently posting engaging content. Aim for 2 to 3 short videos every single day.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is, but consistency is key on TikTok. Make sure you're using trending sounds and music, and keep those videos short and sweet, under 15 seconds if you can.
Okay, short and sweet. What kind of videos should we be making?
Think about what would make you stop scrolling. Curiosity hooks are super effective. Start your videos with something that piques people's interests.
Like, this weird gadget fixed my back pain or something like that.
Exactly. Or, I didn't expect this to work, but, something that makes people want to see what happens next.
And what if we haven't actually received our product yet? Can we still make videos?
Totally. You can use royalty-free stock footage, screen recordings from AliExpress or AutoDS, anything that visually represents your product.
So it's all about getting creative and finding ways to showcase the product, even if you don't have it in hand yet.
Exactly. And the amazing thing about TikTok is you don't need a huge following to go viral. Their algorithm is really good at showing your content to people who might be interested, even if they don't follow you yet.
So even a brand new account with 0 followers can potentially reach a huge audience.
Absolutely. It's all about creating content that people want to watch and share.
Okay, so we're posting videos, people are watching, they're intrigued. How do we get them to actually visit our Shopify store and buy something?
Make sure you have a link to your store in your TikTok bio. And in your videos, you can casually mention, check the link in my bio to learn more.
Got it. So we're driving traffic to our store, orders start rolling in, now we have to deal with the whole shipping and fulfillment thing.
And this is where AutoDS really shines. If you set up auto order fulfillment, it's basically hands-free. AutoDS automatically sends the order to your supplier, processes the payment, and sends the tracking info to your customer.
Wow, that's amazing. So we literally don't have to do anything.
Pretty much. But even if you haven't set up auto fulfillment yet, AutoDS makes manual fulfillment really easy. You just go to the order section, click fulfill, and follow the steps.
So even if we're doing it manually, it's still pretty streamlined.
Yeah, it's just a few clicks.
So basically, once our store is set up, our product is listed, and our fulfillment process is sorted, our main job is just to keep creating awesome TikTok content.
That's the key. The more great content you put out there, the more sales you'll make.
Now let's talk about the legal stuff. A lot of people get really intimidated by this aspect of starting a business.
Yeah, I get it. But the good news is you don't need to form an LLC or anything complicated right away. You can start as a sole proprietor, which is super simple.
So we can just focus on getting the business up and running without worrying too much about legal complexities.
Yes, once you start making consistent sales like $500 to $1,000 a month, then you can think about forming an LLC and getting a separate business bank account.
That makes sense. Start simple, scale up as you grow. All right, let's do a quick recap. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We started with finding a winning product by tapping into TikTok trends and then validating it on AliExpress or with AutoDS's research tools. Then we created a brand name and logo using free online tools. We set up our Shopify store for just $1 a month and connected it to AutoDS. We listed our product with a killer description, focusing on benefits, not just features. And finally, we talked about how to drive free traffic to our store through TikTok content marketing.
And the best part is all of this can be done with minimal investment. You literally just need $1 and a little bit of time.
It's an incredible opportunity for anyone who's ever dreamed of starting their own online business.
So for all you listeners out there, here's your call to action. Go to the show notes. You'll find links to the Shopify $1 a month deal and a free trial of AutoDS. No excuses, people. This is your chance to make something happen.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that follow button and share it with a friend who needs a win. And hey, if you have a minute, leave us a rating or a review. It really helps others find the show.
As you embark on this journey, remember, it all starts with taking that first step. What other seemingly small actions might you be overlooking that could lead to something amazing? Just something to think about. Thanks for joining us today. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
See you then.